It was nearly midnight when the last train to Nandipur screeched into the deserted platform. The station was shrouded in a thick, unnatural mist, and the only sound was the distant hoot of an owl. Ananya, clutching her backpack and a flickering phone, stepped onto the train, shivering. She was the only passenger in her compartment. The train lurched forward, its ancient engine groaning as if protesting the late hour. Ananya peered out the window, but the fog was so dense she could barely see the platform receding behind her. She settled into her seat, trying to ignore the eerie silence. Minutes ticked by. The train's lights flickered, and Ananya felt a chill crawl up her spine. Suddenly, the compartment door creaked open. An old woman, draped in a tattered shawl, shuffled in and sat opposite Ananya. Her eyes were milky white, and her lips moved silently, as if reciting a prayer. Ananya offered a nervous smile. The woman didn't respond, only stared at her with those ghostly eyes. The train rattled on, the mist outside growing thicker. Then, the lights went out. In the pitch darkness, Ananya heard the soft whisper of the old woman. "You shouldn't have boarded this train," she hissed. "Not tonight." The train jolted violently. Ananya's phone slipped from her hand, its screen shattering. She fumbled in the dark, heart pounding. The compartment was suddenly freezing, her breath visible in the air. The old woman began to laugh, a low, guttural sound that echoed through the empty carriage. The train's whistle wailed, but it sounded less like a machine and more like a scream. The windows frosted over, and shadowy figures began to appear outside, their faces pressed against the glass. Ananya tried to run, but the doors wouldn't budge. The old woman's laughter grew louder, joined by the mournful cries of the figures outside. The train picked up speed, racing through the fog faster and faster, until the world outside was a blur. Suddenly, the train screeched to a halt. The lights flickered back on. The old woman was gone. The compartment was empty except for Ananya, alone, trembling. She stumbled to the door and forced it open. Outside, there was no station, only an endless field of mist. The train had vanished. Ananya was alone, her screams swallowed by the fog as the shadowy figures closed in. And somewhere, far away, the whistle of the last train to Nandipur echoed through the night, searching for its next passenger.